Hello friends and welcome to our channel Rished Peoples. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the Canada 1 cent coin 1902. The Canada 1902 1 cent coin holds a unique place in Canadian numismatic history. While not widely known for its million-dollar auction records like some coins from the United States, it has significant historical importance, especially for collectors of Canadian coinage. Minted during a period of transition and national growth, the 1902 1 cent coin represents the craftsmanship, heritage, and economic values of early 20th century Canada. 1. Design and specifications. The 1902 Canadian 1 cent coin is distinct for its elegant design and the meticulous detail emblematic of early Canadian minting. Here's a look at its physical characteristics. Obverse design. The obverse of the 1902 1 cent coin features a right-facing bust of King Edward VII. Edward VII became king following the death of Queen Victoria in 1901, making this coin one of the first Canadian issues to feature his portrait. His likeness on the coin reflects a dignified, stately image, wearing a formal crown and dressed in ceremonial attire. The inscription around the bust reads Edward VII Dei Gratia Rex Imperator, which translates to Edward VII, by the grace of God, King, and Emperor. Reverse design. The reverse side showcases Canada's classic 1 cent motif, a circular wreath of maple leaves. This wreath design encircles the denomination, 1 cent, and the year, 1902. The maple leaves represent Canada's natural heritage and identity, and this design became a lasting symbol in Canadian coinage. Specifications. Diameter, approximately 25.4 mm. Weight, around 5.67 grams. Composition, bronze 95% copper, 4% tin, 1% zinc. This design is part of a series that Canadian mints would carry forward until 1910, reflecting Edward VII's relatively short reign. 2. Historical context and background. The 1902 1 cent coin emerged during a formative era for Canada. This period marked Canada's entry into a more modern economic and political phase, with growing national identity and a shifting population dynamic. The coin's production in this year commemorates Edward VII's ascension to the throne and reflects Canada's ties to the British Empire. The coin was minted under the supervision of the Royal Mint in London, as the Ottawa Mint, later known as the Royal Canadian Mint, had yet to establish itself in 1902. Canadian coinage, therefore, relied on overseas production, often leading to lower mintages and making well-preserved coins rarer today. 3. Rarity and value. While the Canada 1902 1 cent coin was a circulating coin with millions produced, high-quality specimens remain scarce, especially those in uncirculated or near-mint condition. Its value depends largely on its condition, and the most valuable 1902 cents are those with minimal wear, original mint luster, and no visible scratches or defects. Circulated condition. In circulated grades such as good to fine, the 1902 1 cent coin typically ranges from $1 to $10. These prices reflect coins that have seen use but are still in collectible condition. Uncirculated condition, coins in mint state MS condition, graded MS 60 and above, command significantly higher prices. Mint state examples, especially those graded MS 63 or higher, can fetch upwards of $150 to $300. Proof and rare varieties. Although the 1902 1 cent doesn't have widely recognized error or proof varieties, any example with unique characteristics such as a double die or mistrike could attract premium prices among dedicated collectors. 4. Auction sales and market activity. The 1902 Canada 1 cent coin has not reached million-dollar auction prices typical of rare American cents, but it remains a sought-after item among Canadian collectors. Its value has steadily increased, especially for pristine examples. Some recent high-profile sales include MS65 Red-Brown RB, coins graded MS65 with red-brown toning, indicating a higher grade with original mint color, have sold in the range of 500 to 700 in specialized auctions. MS66 Red RD, ultra-rare coins with this grade and full red coloration are valued among collectors for their scarcity and preservation. Such coins can reach values upwards of $1,000. While these prices might seem modest compared to some American coins, the 1902 Canadian center has steadily gained value in the collector's market, and its historical appeal keeps it highly sought after. 5. Collectability and market reality. The 1902 Canada 1 cent is highly collectible for both casual and dedicated collectors of Canadian coins. Despite its lack of extreme rarity, its connection to Edward VII and its representation of Canada's early 20th century coinage make it an appealing addition to collections focused on Canadian history. Key reasons for its desirability include, historical significance. As one of the first coins issued under Edward VII, it captures an era of transition and Canadian allegiance to the British monarchy. Condition sensitivity. The coin's age and high circulation mean that finding well-preserved specimens is a challenge, adding to the value of uncirculated pieces. Appeal to Canadian heritage collectors. The coin's simple yet symbolic design resonates with collectors who cherish early Canadian iconography, especially the maple leaf motif. The Canadian numismatic market is generally smaller and less volatile than that of the US, meaning that the value of a 1902 cent may not see drastic spikes. However, its value does appreciate steadily, making it a solid choice for collectors. The Canada 1902 1-cent coin is a modest yet meaningful piece of history. While it may not achieve million-dollar auction prices, it holds tremendous historical and aesthetic value. For collectors who value Canada's journey into the modern era, this coin is a perfect representation of the early 20th century. As time goes on, coins like the 1902 Canadian center are likely to become rarer in high grades, making them an enduring, valuable piece of Canadian numismatics. Collectors who seek both beauty and heritage will continue to prize this coin as an important artifact of Canada's numismatic legacy. Number 2. Most important and valuable. The 1912 Canada 1 cent coin is a historic piece from the Edwardian era, carrying a legacy both as a work of art and as a valuable collector's item. Produced during the reign of King George V, this coin symbolizes the early monetary history of Canada and is highly regarded among numismatists and collectors due to its intricate design, relative rarity, and the historical context of its minting. Design. The design of the 1912 Canada 1 cent coin is both detailed and symbolic. The obverse features the portrait of King George V, who had recently ascended to the throne in 1910. The image was designed by Sir Edgar Bertram MacKennell, a British sculptor known for his detailed royal portraits. King George V faces left, adorned with a crown and royal garments, reflecting his official status as both the ruler of Britain and the Commonwealth. The inscription around the portrait reads GRATIA, Rex ETIND, Imp, which stands for George V, by the grace of God, King and Emperor of India. On the reverse, the design is notably Canadian, emphasizing the country's identity. The central feature is the denomination 1 cent, surrounded by the year 1912. A maple leaf wreath, symbolizing Canada's national identity, encircles these elements. The intricate maple leaves reflect the natural beauty and resilience of Canada and have since become iconic, appearing on several other Canadian coins. Designed by the Canadian Mint, this reverse imagery is a timeless representation of Canadian heritage. Historical background. The 1912 Canada 1 cent coin was minted during a time of transformation for both Canada and the British Empire. This coin marks an era when Canada was transitioning from a colony to a more independent entity within the British Empire. By 1912, Canada had been a self-governing dominion for almost 5 decades, and its economy was growing due to immigration, industry, and natural resources. This 1-cent coin is also a notable artifact from the early years of the Ottawa Mint, now the Royal Canadian Mint, which was established in 1908. Initially, Canadian coins were minted in Britain, but as demand grew and as Canada moved toward more domestic production, the Ottawa Mint took on greater responsibilities for Canadian currency. In 1912, only about 4.4 million 1-cent coins were minted, making it a relatively limited production year. Its lower mintage compared to other years, coupled with its age, makes the 1912 penny a coveted find for collectors today. Rarity and value. The rarity and value of a 1912 Canada 1-cent coin can vary significantly depending on its condition. Coins graded as good or fine condition are generally more affordable, while those in uncirculated or mint state condition can be highly valuable. Mint state coins, which have not been circulated and retain their original luster, are particularly prized. For example, in very fine VF20 condition, this coin might be worth around 15 to 30. However, coins in extra fine F40 condition or higher, particularly those that retain a strong original color, can fetch prices above 100 to 200. A mint state 1912 penny, with no visible wear and original shine, can command several hundreds of dollars, with some examples even reaching 1,000 or more if in exceptionally pristine condition. Auction highlights. While the 1912 Canada 1-cent coin is not as exceedingly rare as some other Canadian coins, specimens in exceptional condition have gained attention at auctions. Rare high-grade examples or those with unusual characteristics, such as unique toning or nearly flawless surfaces, are often sought by collectors and investors willing to pay a premium. Although the 1912 Canada 1-cent coin has not achieved auction prices in the millions, noteworthy sales have still reached thousands of dollars at top-tier auctions. For instance, coins graded MS64 or MS65 by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC have been known to sell for several $1,000s due to their remarkable condition. Canadian coin auctions and international numismatic events continue to see interest in high-grade 1912 Canada 1-cent coins, particularly among collectors specializing in early Canadian coinage or those focused on the George V series. The reality and market today. The reality of the 1912 Canada 1-cent coin market today is that, while millions of these coins were initially produced, few survive in top condition, and even fewer are available for sale. Many circulated heavily or were damaged, making high-grade pieces a rarity. As a result, even though lower-grade 1912 pennies are relatively accessible to collectors, the market sees demand for high-quality examples, particularly for collectors of Canadian pre-decimal coins. Factors like grading, toning, and historical significance keep the 1912 penny relevant and interesting in today's numismatic market. Collectors are often willing to invest in better preserved examples, and the coin has consistently appreciated over the years due to its scarcity in pristine condition. While it's unlikely to reach million-dollar prices, its status as a historic Canadian coin ensures it remains a valued and cherished part of Canadian numismatic collections. In sum, the 1912 Canada 1-cent coin is a beautiful piece of Canadian history with appeal due to its elegant design, ties to King George V, and symbolic maple leaf motif. Although it hasn't reached the extreme prices of other rarities, the 1912 penny continues to be a noteworthy and collectible item, valued for both its historical context and scarcity in high grades. Collectors of Canadian and British Commonwealth coins particularly appreciate the significance of the 1912 1-cent coin, and it remains a well-regarded treasure from Canada's numismatic past. Thank you for joining us with this video. Please subscribe to our channel for more informative videos.